Hi, my name is ReRe Lunsford, and I'm going to be explaining the in-depth story edition for the final project. So if you're going to do the print journalism part, this is what you need to listen to. Number one, this is not a feature story. Instead, this looks at an issue or a trend, and then you'll write an in-depth story about that. So first you want to begin by identifying a subject and then finding the story within that. So for example, coronavirus subject. The story within that could be employees working from home and juggling work responsibilities while also taking care of their kiddos. So you're going to choose a topic that allows you to do some background and research. You'll need varying sources, from experts on the topic to people who are actually living that experience. So for example, going back to my example about employees working from home, expert subjects could be maybe people who are working in human relations, and who are going to be able to speak upon what employers can do to help employees juggle that. So for example, maybe cutting back some hours, cutting back some responsibilities, allowing telecommunications, doing Zoom meetings, etc. And then other sources would be those employees who are actually working from home and giving their experience on how they're juggling that while also maybe doing some homeschooling with their kids. When you're interviewing people, make sure that you're remembering to prepare for your interview beforehand. You're going to be asking those open-ended questions. You're going to be looking not only for facts, but also insights, thoughts, etc. All right? Look for the human part of your story. You're going to think about who your audience is. Who are you writing this story for? Where would this story run? Is it going to run in the Daily? Is it going to run in the Oklahoman? Is it going to run in the Norman Transcript? Think about who your audience is and where the story would go. The requirements for the story, you're going to need 4 primary sources. 2 of those are going to be those expert sources, and then 2 of those are going to be those living the moment sources, all right? And then you also need 1 background or documentary source. If you cite something from a website, from another source, from another publication, you need to make sure you're attributing that information. For this assignment, you'll need a cover sheet where you'll list all your sources, their name, their contact information, any prior relationships that you've had with them. You'll also need to list who your target audience is. Your story should be 3 to 4 pages. And remember, no first-person accounts. You are not the story. Tips to be successful for this: fact check your work. Fact errors are worth 50% of your grade. Fact check your work. Ask open-ended questions. Prepare for your interview beforehand. Read your work aloud. Review your AP style. Review that you're using quotes, both indirect and direct quotes appropriately, and that you're attributing your sources. And again, fact check your work. You've got this.